Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back with more vinegar than Fleischmann and more salt than Morton in XCOM, The Long War. This time, however, I'm not filled with salt and vinegar because the last mission went poorly, even though I was admittedly irritated at being once again dispatched to thwart Exalt's campaign against public fountains. No, this time my vinegary saltiness is because the fountain plaza map has become so damn routine, and Exalt's I have 20 guys on the map at the same time AI so overwhelmingly derpy that I just spent most of the mission sitting in my office eating potato chips. Salt and vinegar chips, hence the salt and vinegar. But in all seriousness, Exalt really needs to come up with a new attack pattern when they have XCOM outnumbered 3-1. Though, at this point, I think it's fair to say that Exalt has suffered so many casualties and is so down on their luck that they're probably attacking those fountains not for some sort of mystical, strategic, or unfathomable psychological purpose, but simply because they need the change. Training, genetically modifying, and equipping 20 guys ain't cheap. Trust me, I know. I find myself scraping the bottom of the barrel on occasion, and I've only had 5 people killed in action. My team killed 20 Exalt soldiers last mission alone, and Exalt's total losses by this time have to be closed in on 4 digits, I'd think. I mean, it's no wonder they're grubbing for quarters and water fountains. They just are so broke they don't have any other choice. Hell, at this point, their next assault will probably be on a drive-through just to see if they can rip off the little Ronald McDonald change bucket. Scumbags. Anyway, before they stage a daring daylight robbery on your local McDonald's, I guess we'll get to scanning and make sure that doesn't happen. Alright, so neural gun link is complete. That's fantastic. What specifically does that do, by the way? Is there, do we have to go to the barracks to, okay. Joseph Lister, I guess, is done training. That's nice. I don't know why we didn't get a notification that he was finished, but whatever. So let's throw somebody back in the tube to take Lister's place then. Who looks promising? I think it's time we send Jesus in. We've got back. Oh, you know what? We could do Maria Antoinette Baker, though. She's ready to go. She's ready to go to rank 2. We got to do her. And it's absolutely going to be Distortion Field. Oh, I would do Marie Antoinette. Let them eat cake. Oh, no, baby. I'll eat you. I'll eat you all up. You delicious, delicious, gorgeous blonde, you. No, anyway, what was it I came down here to do? Oh, to see what the neural gun link did. Let's just look at a gunner. And we can go to loadout, and then if we do... Yeah. So where is it? I mean, it is finished, right? You said it was done, game. You just told me it was done, and it's not done. Why can't... Oh, Margaret Thatcher, actually, it is done. She's not cyclically active, that's why. Plus 12 aim and plus 12 critical chance for soldier's primary weapon and any rockets. Draws 12 will. I don't know what that means. Usable by psychic troopers only, cannot be coupled with a scope. Okay, well, interesting. It's better than a scope. Alright, well, back to scanning. Now that we've investigated that mystery. There's our message. Mary Stewart has failed. At this point, is anybody surprised by the fact that Mary Stewart has failed? This is like her 5th failure in a row. Just get back in the tube, Bloody Mary. I'd make a joke about beating you bloody if you fail this time, but in all seriousness, I'm really not down with domestic sort of violence issues. That's really not cool. You should never strike a woman. Well, you should never really strike anyone for that matter, but especially a woman. That's not cool. Still, I may actually legitimately have to go a few rounds with Mary Stewart if she fails again. I'm real salty. That's like the 3rd or 4th time in a row. 3 flight, no, not giving away flight computers. I'm going to need those very soon for firestorms. This is the single biggest upgrade the XCOM project has gotten in many, many months. Many months. Advanced surgery. No more 45-day critical wounds for our troopers. No sirree, Bob, where that shit is a thing of the past. Now, it's 22.5-day wounds, baby. Yeah, less than a month. It's still terrible. So I guess we're gonna, what, just roll to our, no, never mind. I was gonna say roll to our council report, but that doesn't seem the case. Very large over Mexico. You gotta be shitting me. This almost has to be a terror mission. If it was coming for the United States, I would say it was like a hangar assault or a base raid, but I guarantee this is a fucking terror mission. I guarantee it's gonna be... And I'm real salty all of a sudden, and it ain't because of the potato chips. Because Build 15F specifically says in the patch notes that this shit is something that they fixed. The alien, it's absolutely a fucking terror mission. Also, yeah, that's nice. Our fighter got cored before we could even abort. That's fucking brilliant. They specifically said they fixed it so the aliens, after you take a base, just don't throw 40 terror missions at it. But clearly, that is not the fucking case, because the aliens are throwing 40 terror missions at it. And I'd like to point out, and I guarantee you this is a terror mission, I know in my heart of hearts, before that fucker even lands, it's a goddamn terror mission. And I tell you why I know it. They've thrown so many terror missions at us after we cleanse the base that not only are they going to take back the country that we cleansed the base from, they're also going to cost us the United States. And the United States is going to get cost just from the overflow panic of successfully completing a terror mission. So not only are we worse off for having thwarted an alien base and actually successfully completed it, we're doubly worse off because we're going to have gained no ground in Mexico and actively lost the United States, where if we had just left the base in Mexico, we'd still have the USA in the project. You're not wrong, Bradford, and the wire that I'm talking about is my tolerance for the fucking terribleness and general shittiness of Build 15. And you're right, it really is coming down to the wire. What a fucking surprise. It's a terror mission. And I'd like to point out that the minimum amount of panic we can get on this, if we did it perfectly, saved every single civilian, we still lose Mexico. Because you get at least one full bar of panic anytime the aliens even launch a terror mission, regardless of how well it goes. So Mexico is fucking gone, and the United States is probably gone just from goddamn bleed over panic. This is poor game design. Poor. It is poor. If it's to your benefit to actively not raid alien bases, you really gotta rethink your fucking way that your mod logic is working, guys. You really do. You don't want to... Punishing the player for success is always bad. It's always bad. Don't punish success. It just makes people not want to play. What the hell does our engagement zone even look like? Settlement. One or more small structures in a remote location. For a terror mission? What the fuck map is this? Alright, well, one or more small structures. Sniper will hold us in good stead. Now, we could take Van Dorn, but Van Dorn is max rank, and I'd like to see if we could maybe get the old Deadeye here to max rank herself. So we're going to take Helen, Deadeye, Keller, Gauss Long Rifle, Alloy, Bipod. I may double up on a sniper action. We'll see how the rest of the team sort of shakes out. Margaret Thatcher, max rank. I don't really think we need to take her. Similar situation for Van Dorn. Let's just take Mata Good Time Hari instead. She's fantastically useful, and also for the Good Time Girl, this is an excellent opportunity for us to try out this Neural Gunlink. Whoa! So that's what it means when it says draws 12 will, huh? It just actually has a 12 will penalty. I'm not sure that's enough better than a regular scope to merit it. I mean, it's really good, and the extra critical is nice, but for a squad sight guy... Actually, maybe it's most important for a squad sight guy since they get a penalty to criticals. We can try it. Let's try it out. I mean, we already built it. Damage done, so we're not getting the materials back. We may as well give it a whirl. I do want to scout. We could take Pancakes. We could take Thomas Edison. Edison, are you max rank? You are not. Neither is Pancakes, though. And Psychic EXP. Oh, we haven't taken Virginia Big Bad Wolf out in a good long while. Well, we're taking the Big Bad, then. She can huff and she can puff and she can blow my house down any day. No, please, actually, don't blow my house down, Virginia Wolf. I like my house. It's where I keep all my stuff. So, just forget that I said anything. If you're gonna huff and your puff and blow something down, like huff and puff and blow down someone who deserves it. Although, arguably, I do deserve it. I am an inveterate scumbag, and all I do is whine and complain, so... Okay, blow my house down. No, you're right. It's fully justified. Take it down. It's all gotta go. It's all gotta burn. Steve Irwin, max rank. Let's not take him. I will take the Wolverine, though. Good opportunity for some solid EXP here for Eleanor Roosevelt. Plus, we couple that with the fact that Eleanor Roosevelt is a fantastic trooper. Once again, for like the 8th mission in a row, I'm going to forego captures because I don't really think we need to worry about doing captures on a terror mission. Although we don't actually have to worry about keeping civilians alive because we're already in a can't-win situation. I mean, there is no upside to actively doing this mission, really. I'm only introducing the potential for getting hurt. Basically, I'm fighting for salvage on this one. We're fighting for found. Maybe. You know what? No, I'm not going to bother with a capture. Fighting for found is one thing, and just trying something stupid and getting someone killed for no reason, though. Oh, Teddy and the bench is back, baby. They're back, baby! I kind of... Yeah, you know what? I'm actually going to do it. There's no kind of to it. Sorry, Eleanor. Hit the pine. You know what? Teddy and the bench are back, baby. Oh, yeah. That's right. This Friday on NBC, Friday nights, Teddy and the bench are back. The cops you love to hate on this network's best received Friday night dramatic cop show. Teddy and the bench are back to bust heads. And this time, they mean business. Teddy and the bench, Fridays on NBC. I'm glad to see him back, I really am. The boys are back in town, and I think that would clearly be the soundtrack to my commercial. Just imagine that Thin Lizzy was playing in the background while I was delivering my little voiceover speech there. What are we missing? Probably a medic, right? We got a sniper, a gunner, a scout, an assault, and an engineer. Another assault. We definitely want a medic, just in case, a little safety medic. Probably don't need Jesus. And besides, we got Joseph the Cleaner Lister, Sir Ernie Shackleton, and Mary Typhoid Malin all available, all of whom need both regular and psychic EXP. So let's take old Joe here. Joe can use psychic EXP, and this mission could theoretically level him as well. So Cleaner, grab your kit, pal, and go get stuck in. Tempted to give you Carapace armor. Beyond tempted, actually. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Joseph Lister has a fantastic foot speed. He can... With a 15 mobility, 14 with the Carapace armor, I think it's a worthwhile investment in his protection and safety. Which leaves us one slot, and we've sort of got a kind of commander's choice sort of thing working here. I can basically take whatever the hell I want. I mean, we're not missing any critical role, are we? Sniper, gunner, scout, assault, engineer, assault, medic. Yeah, this is sort of a commander's choice kind of thing. We have an officer already. Helen Deadeye Keller's got that covered. So do we want to go with double snipers? I mean, the map type sort of supports it. We do have the Duke available. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. I'm taking the Duke. You heard me. I'm taking the Duke. And I don't want any guff about it, thank you. If you could put on some Kestrel armor, though, John, I'd appreciate it. Thanks. I mean, I know you're a brave son of a bitch with an iron jaw. I mean, you can take a punch, we know that. But I'd prefer that you have Kestrel armor because, again, speed is not really your thing. And that grappling hook really is going to make it easier for you to get that big Winchester 308 of yours into position and ready to fire. So let's do this. I'm really salty about the whole we're gonna lose the country just from overflow panic bullshit, because we haven't had a single opportunity to reduce the panic in the United States at all. Not a single mission has flown over the United States. You know, maybe there was one. But we've only had like one opportunity for an intercept, and that one was over Mexico, I'm pretty sure. It's just been terror mission after terror mission after terror mission, to the point where I wish I hadn't raided the base at all. I really do.
Going to be down in
this
Mexico
map,
for this
though.
mission.
This map.
We picked up a news
It's
feed
so
indicating evidence of
bad.
a direct alien attack within a major city.
Alright, just don't start me in the death hole.
Eliminate the threat.
If you start me in a
and
death hole
further
on this
civilian
map with a swarming level of alien activity, I'm not even going to be able to move to cover without triggering 500 bad guys. Please don't start me in a death hole. Please don't start me in the death hole. They're going to start me in a death hole. I said no. No mayonnaise. No. She's going to put mayonnaise on it. Yep, here we come. No, go ahead. Get the whole thing out. Get the old mayonnaise gun there from Subway and just lather that shit on, baby. I'm gonna be supremely salty. I'm thinking about just leaving. If they start me in a death hole, I might just abandon this mission. I really don't see... Fuck. Okay. Thank you for taking a mission that had literally no upside and making it even fucking worse. Troll engine gonna troll right here. This is...
Civilians are in the AO.
Yeah, well, they're all gonna die, Bradford. Every fucking single last goddamn miserable one of them. They're all gonna die. Oh, yeah, sure, you can start me next to a pod. No, it's totally cool. Are they in the building or behind it? I'm gonna guess they are behind the building. So I have to assume that they're going to patrol into us, and thus position myself accordingly. We're gonna put you on Overwatch. There really is nowhere for Helen Keller to be. I mean, half cover, probably triggers a pod. What a fucking surprise. It actually didn't trigger a pod. Alright, so John, Wayne, you know what, pal? I think we just move you back and try and get you completely out of sight for these guys, because they're gonna come around the corner. They're gonna come around the corner.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Eleanor and Teddy. Let's get Teddy in. Oh, sorry, it's Teddy in the bench. I didn't mean to call you Eleanor, Ted. I'm sorry. That was admittedly kind of uncool. My bad. My bad. Anyway, we're gonna get Teddy in the bench in a position to succeed. Let's get the big bad wolf up here. She's gonna go on Overwatch. Worst case scenario, we have Nikola Tesla go up there at the start of the turn. Just blow that chunk of building up with a grenade. Let's get the bench in position. She's gonna be on Overwatch. And that just leaves the good time gal with a little long-range fire support for when these shit stains come around the corner, because they're coming around the corner, so let's just get ready. If they don't come around the corner, I'm gonna make the corner disappear and take the fight to them. Cyberdisc, alright, is active. Chrysalids, what appears to be a drone of some variety. That pod is not active, but if we take even a single step to the left, they will be. And here comes a whole army of chrysalids. Fantastic. We did get a hit, so at least they didn't go full-on lightning reflexes units at us. That's good. There's already a zombie on the map. That's brilliant. We got a whole bunch of Overwatch. None of it's going to hit anything. Lightning reflexes. I think we actually hit the zombie, maybe. How many moves do these chrysalids get, by the way? Because if they just activate, walk into us, and kill someone, I'm going to be more than a little salty. They're not supposed to get this many turns. Well, one is dead. Alright, well, they made that somewhat easier on us. So, we have a zombie. We've got drones and shit over here. There's a pod of cyberdisc. There's a cyberdisc over there. We really don't want to activate that pod if it's at all avoidable. So, let's have Matahari open up on this guy. 10 damage is a fine start. 6 damage on a follow-up is a little less impressive, but still probably good enough. 100% here, can't miss for the Lister. 6 damage from Joe is... it's respectable. You know what? Let's give this one to the rookie. The Duke only has the one target. Let's go ahead and let him have the shot. John Wayne drives one home. I shot John. You got it, Pilgrim. You know I was going to take him down. I was always going to take his Yankee ass down. Alright, so we're going to get a nice little shot here. Didn't even need to hit and run. The bench, Teddy and the bench. God damn, it's good to see the boys back in town. It really is. The boys are back in town, folks. Oh, they're back. You know they're back. They're back and they're looking for a little bit of payback. They're back and they're looking for... and that was real stupid. So we have an overwatching cyberdisc who is out of line of sight. I will want to try and kill all of these drones, or I'm going to be in deep, deep trouble. Alright, so Helen Deadeye Keller, can't miss. Very small miss. Can't miss, and probably going to get a kill, so let's take that shot. We need to wipe all these guys out. I really wish I had not taken a shot with John Wayne. I'm wishing I had that one back. I'd like a do-over if I could, XCOM. We're going to come back to you. Alright, so the bench can't stay where he's at. There is fine. What do you got? 93 is pretty good. 33 is less good. So let's take this shot, see if we can get... very dramatic with the window smacking. They're good, by the way. They're good with the hit. That's pretty good. We're definitely gonna need... yeah, we're gonna need some smoke grenades here. We've got a couple people who are real exposed. We actually can't even get a smoke grenade, and you can't even see that guy. So that leaves us Virginia Big Bad Wolf, Nikola Tesla, one unit that neither of these units has vision to our target. Brilliant, I suppose. Can we maybe enhance that by destroying all of it? The answer is no. Well, you got a 33% chance to hit, which means we just put you on Nikola Tesla on Overwatch, as well as Virginia Big Bad Wolf, and hope that we can kill this thing before it tries to come forward and kill our unit that's going to be flanked. Although I think the Cyberdisc is probably going to have no trouble making that happen. Yeah. I hate missions with no upside. He's gonna kill a civilian. You know what, all things considered, Mr. Drone? I really don't give a shit about that civilian. He didn't matter anyway. He was already dead. He was already dead and just didn't know it. This is a bigger problem. It went on Overwatch, so suddenly that big problem is actually considerably less of a problem. As long as it doesn't have covering fire, we should be okay. Let's determine whether it has covering fire before we take a shot. It has evasion. It's minus 30 to hit. It has bombard, which means you can throw a grenade 8 billion miles. Death Blossom and damage control. It's also hardened. So it can't be... God damn, this thing is fucking unbelievably buff. Cyberdisk gunship. Yeah, it's real powerful. Alright, so we need to try and get a hollow target on that before we start shooting. The Duke could hit it with a... 77 is not good enough. Also, the Duke does not have cover, and that is a bit of a problem. So, Virginia Woolf, if we bring you up to here...
Okay.
We need you to... Yep, that's exactly what we wanted. Somebody's got to pull the Overwatch. It's a problem. This may spawn another pod. We just kind of have to cross our fingers and hope that it doesn't. It did not. That's good. Okay, so the side... Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to worry. I need the hollow targeting. I'm more concerned about hollow targeting this than literally anything else. And the 5 damage is a nice little ancillary benefit. So Helen Keller could disable its weapons in a worst-case scenario. Double 66s for the good time girl. That's a miss. And a hit for only 7 damage with heat ammo. Yeah, that's fucking reasonable. 87%. We're gonna take it. The precision shot. Come on, John Wayne. The Duke got some damage. This thing is fucking immortal. Well, we could send the bench forward to take out the drone. And he's gonna have really no difficulty with the drone. He only has 1 bullet. That's kind of shitty. Still, 93%. Let's handle the drone. Get your shit handled. That's right, Teddy. Teddy and the bench, ready to put a motherfucker in the ground. When the need arises, Teddy and the bench are down to put a man in the ground. We're gonna go 58% is a terrible hit percent. And the miss is not at all surprising. So that leaves us Helen Keller, Teddy Roosevelt, and Nikola Tesla. Tesla could probably just finish it with a grenade if he could get in range. It's intriguing. I would rather not have to do that if at all possible. We're gonna have Helen Keller go absolute dead last too. So let's do a little run and gun. This is risky. This is very risky. It's gotta be done. We don't have a choice. It's gotta be done. If it pops another pod, so be it. We'll throw a smoke grenade at him. Actually, we can't throw a smoke grenade. Never mind. Well, it doesn't matter. 96%. This may not kill him, actually.
Negative damage.
Yeah, I saw that. 96% chance to hit, too, by the way. Fan-fucking-tastic. I'm real excited about that. That was fucking enthusiastic XCOMing, sir. That was brilliant. No, perfectly done. This is going swimmingly so far. I'm really proud of you. Please tell me I can't bounce a grenade off of anything nearby. Yeah, I can. I can bounce it off of this. Between the car explosion and the exploding picnic table, I think we're probably going to get the job done. Or we could be 1 damage short. That's the other alternative, which leaves literally no one but Helen Deadeye Keller. Well, that's fucking fantastic. So let's go ahead and use the command ability then. And I'm going to take another shot here. Please don't fucking miss 2 96% chance hits. Thank you. I appreciate it, Teddy. Here I was, just being enthused and thrilled about the fact that Teddy and the bench are back, and then you give me that shit. Also, there's another Cyberdisk over there. Brilliant. And this one comes with chrysalids. Now, with more chrysalid action. So this is terrible. Okay. Yes, civilian, go shelter yourself near that burning car. Clearly a fantastically intelligent decision. Yeah, that was a real good move. Nice work. You can see the benefits of sheltering right there. I mean, they were pretty much immediately obvious. Please tell me you can see the Cyberdisk. Of course you can't, because why would you be able to see something that big, looming that large in the foreground? That would be fucking fair. John Wayne is out of bullets, so we're going to have him fall back to cover. He's going to reload, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be falling back entirely this turn because we have literally no other options. We also have to be able to find a way that we can fall back in such a fashion as to not get everyone killed.
Heading out.
It's actually going to be fairly difficult to do. So we got you. The drone, I'm not really that worried about. So, alright, Tesla... You can see the Cyberdisk. Can you see it? Can it see you? No. Okay. You can't see it, which theoretically means that it also can't see you, even though... Why I would assume that that was true, I don't know. What the hell is wrong with me? Alright, Virginia Woolf, you're gonna have to move. I love the fact that these guys jumped us, by the way, when every single person on our team is out of bullets. Real nice. Fantastic way to draw out the Overwatch, by the way, Big Bad. Nicely done. Somebody is probably going to get shot and killed this turn, and there's probably not anything we can actually do about it. I mean, we can throw this grenade, and we can wreck this shit up, which is fine. We're going to have to do that. We didn't have a whole lot of choice. We're going to have to hope that the big bad wolf can dig us out of this hole a little bit. Well, that's probably not going to happen. I was going to say, we're going to have to hope the big bad wolf can pull us out of this hole a little bit with some in the zone action, but I don't foresee that occurring. We could hit and run. We have bullets. I think we have to take Overwatch to do it, though, do we not? Can we see that guy? Of course, the one unit that... Yeah, no, that's... Yeah, it's totally sensible. I was just thinking, you know, it would be reasonable that he could see them, but for whatever reason, none of our troopers can see. That's just what I was thinking. You know, that's actually the way that should totally go. Plus, we used our command ability last time because we missed a 96% shot, which means we don't have it this time. We can't move and fire that weapon in the same turn, so Helen Keller doesn't really have much to offer. Matahari gets to move as well, which means she can only mind fray. Brilliant. Don't really see that doing us a whole lot of good. Helen Keller can't shoot. Joseph Lister probably has to throw a smoke grenade, and that just leaves us Teddy to Ben. All right, well, if Big Bad Wolf is going to stay where she's at, we might as well see if we can go in the zone here. All right, so we're going to get at least one free shot. That's nice. And this will not kill this guy. Even if it hits, which it didn't. We're missing some ridiculously high percentage hits here, folks. I mean, these are really should not be missed shots, and y'all are missing them quite frequently. You know what? With the hit and run action, I'm actually going to hunker down. I'm tempted to hunt. You know what? I'm beyond tempted. I'm actually probably going to hunker down. I don't want to reload. Joseph Lister, please tell me you can get a smoke grenade out here. It's really the only thing I've ever wanted, and of course you can. Brilliant. Well, you could cover. Hunkering down in half cover cannot protect us from a grenade. I'm still gonna do it. Everybody hunker in the bunker. Speaking of hunker, Matahari, why don't you go ahead and do a little hunkering? And Lister, I mean, we could have you throw a smoke grenade, but at this point, I don't really think it's going to be more useful than maybe killing this drone. Or wounding it.
Out of rounds.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't fret. And we steady our weapon and wait for the inevitable grenade to kill someone. This guy's going to repair? No. He's going to kill a civilian. That guy may not have died. I honestly can't tell. The Cyberdisc remains invisible. So these drones are shooting at civilians, but not exactly racking up the kills. They remind me a lot of my own XCOM team here. Be like, we only hurt things. We're the pacifist XCOM. We don't want to kill the enemy. We just want to give them a gentle encouragement as to how to modify their behavior to be acceptable in modern society. This is absolutely going to be a grenade. Here it comes. No surprise. 5 damage isn't even a wound. That's totally acceptable. The carapace armor and the hunkering down proving to be the right choice. I have reasonably strong suspicions that we will be able to take this guy down on our turn. Excuse me, where did that zombie come from? Okay, well, interesting. 74% chance to hit. Let's just take a look at the ridiculous abilities on this guy, shall we? He has fucking aggression. He has invasion. He has bombard. He has heat ammo, because that makes sense. Death Blossom, damage control, repair servos. Yeah, he's fucking ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. So let's go ahead and take some shots here. 10 damage from a critical shred and breaching ammo shot. That's not that much damage, actually. Double 86. Oh, that's the wrong fucking target. Well, it doesn't really matter. Mata Good Time Hari only had one target, which she failed to kill. Alright, Helen Keller, you have an 85% chance to hit, but we can't have you shoot at it. You're literally going to have to be last to go on that one. We're probably going to need you to disable its weapon. It can't throw another grenade. That's the one thing we've got going for us, is it can't at least grenade us again. Tesla, no real disadvantage to having you come up to here. You might be able to get a poke. Also, wasn't there a zombie over there somewhere? I thought I saw a zombie. Or that was a civilian, not a zombie. Okay. 58. Alternatively, we could just suppress that guy and auto-kill him. I'm tempted to do that. So Helen Keller, Thurgood Marshall is out of ammunition, so I guess we'll just have him fall back. There's no advantage in having him stay in his current position, I don't think.
Let's rock.
Have him reload. This does not do 5 damage. The one thing we know is that that shot does not do 5 damage. Virginia Woolf is out of ammo. What's your percent chance? It's only 75% to hit him with a disabled weapon. Alright, we gotta come up with something more creative. Tesla, can you bounce a grenade off the roof, maybe? How do you feel about a little, like, roof-side grenade bouncing? Can you do that? Can you get it up enough? Can we get enough vertical on it? We can't. Unless we go up onto the roof, but we've already moved. So that's bad. What's your chance to just straight up hit it? 58%. Even if you do hit it, you're not like, alright. So we gotta play it safe. We're gonna go for the 75% disabling shot and just cross our fingers and hope it doesn't miss. Or we could kill it with a disabling shot in the most likely outcome. I mean, frankly, I feel that that was definitively the likeliest of outcomes. Killing it with a disabling shot, which typically does 1 damage before damage reduction, totally makes sense. I was just thinking, you know, this will probably kill it. I'm confused. That's okay, though. We've still got some drones in action who, it appears, are taking out what units they failed to take out last time. How many civilians have we saved? None. Yeah, okay. Well, we're doing well. Got no civilian saves. That's right on pace with what I expected, really.
Okay.
We got 1 bullet here for old Teddy Roosevelt, but I really only think he's gonna need 1. So why don't you go ahead and kill that guy?
He's dead. Out of rounds.
Yeah, he is dead, and you are out of rounds. Both of those things are true. So Teddy Roosevelt with a comfortable grasp on the obvious. I'm glad I brought you along the team. This is a dead drone for the dead eye. 1 more notch in Helen Keller's belt. Alright. So, we still have enemies in unknown locations. Tesla, you're going to reload. Virginia Woolf, let's bring you up here. And I'm going to have you deploy a battle scanner this turn, actually. I can't really think of anything more interesting or useful for you to do. So, throw a battle scanner over in that neighborhood. Let's see what we can see. We do still have the potential to save 12 civilians. I mean, there are still 12 on the map, so saith the map. I'm not sure I'm fully on board with that. Not a good time, Hari. You're probably fine right where you're at. Joseph Lister, we got a sound of an enemy fighting over in this region, so we're going to have you activate your motion tracker and come over this direction.
Heading there now.
We were told there were aliens over here because somebody screamed like they were getting shot. Clearly, that is a bald-faced, bold, and total lie.
I'm rolling.
So Thurgood, the bench marshal, really probably should be going to get healed, but at this point we're just going to have him hunker down. So there are more chrysalids who have been activated by our battle scanner. Boy, that pod was cohesive, wasn't it? They were really clutched up right together. I was like, oh, you know, those guys they're right next to each other, just like an activating pod should be. So it's these chrysalids and civilians are all we have left. It's not like the aliens really pulled out all the stops on this one, did they? I feel like they kind of fucking just sort of took a powder on this one, I think. And so 5 damage and a hollow target, which is probably going to be good enough for the bench here. Thurgood, the bench marshal, going to come ruin this guy's day, unless for whatever reason he can't see him because of the fence. This damn well better give me hit and run. I was going to be real salty if it didn't. You just got benched. Bam! Alright, so Thurgood, the bench marshal, benching one of our foes. You know what? Make this a precision shot. We might as well go for the critical here. John Wayne. John Wayne, 1 shot, 1 kill. I'm telling you, that 308 Winchester rifle of the Dukes, that's a deadly piece of machinery right there. It really does get the job done. We don't really need to worry about cover because the only units left don't have a gun. There's 1 chrysalid who I'm going to assume is probably going to be running from us. Lister, you know what, we'll just out of an abundance of caution, let's have Joseph Lister activate his battle scanner, or motion tracker rather, 1 more time, just to be on the safe side. There are 2 enemies. They are... Okay, so here's the double civilians, which means they're right here at this corner. So we should try and see if we can set up in such a fashion as to get some Overwatch at those guys. Actually, Teddy Roosevelt may be a little close. Let's have old Ted's fall back a couple tiles.
Headed there now.
You can see one from here suddenly. Okay. Well, that's actually not bad. That might get us a shot with Helen Keller. If somebody can see it... Oh, Helen Keller's out of ammo anyway, so it doesn't matter. Let's have Helen shift over here behind this garbage can. Lister? I really don't want you much closer to the enemy, but I think this is okay, because chrysalids don't normally open doors, although they can. Let's see how they react. They're going to come. They're going for the civilians. Alright, so we're going to lose 2 more then. You're dead, and this guy's going to come around the corner and kill your friend, and then I'm going to come in there and throw a grenade on all of you and make sure all of you are dead. So we're looking at like 10 civilians saved on this mission then. Which, it's better than I expected, honestly. Only 8 civilian casualties? That's fine. I mean, it's definitely going to cost us the territory, but we knew that coming in, so... How is that a problem? That's like when you walk into the dominatrix shop and she's like, oh, you're going to walk out of here with some lashes from my cat of nine tails. You're like, yeah, I know I'm going to walk out of here with some lashes from your cat of nine tails. I knew that coming in, and also, it's sort of the reason I came. So this is not news to me. It is neither a surprise nor undesirable. Don't know why everything's got to be about dominatrixes with me, but it sort of is. What can I say? A fetish is a fetish for a reason. That was huge damage. So that leaves literally 1 chrysalid on its feet, and we're just going to have Virginia Woolf walk up here and shoot it dead. I wouldn't mind killing it with my brain just for dramatic's sake. Or you could go throw some fucking whiff shots at it. That's always fun. You know what? Fuck it. Let's let the Duke kill it. Oh, Duke doesn't even have a shot. We'll say if the Duke has a shot, let's let the Duke have his day. But apparently the Duke will not be having his day. Today is not the Duke's day. Instead, it's going to be the bully. You just got bullied by Teddy Roosevelt. That's not the end of shit. I suddenly feel vastly less comfortable about my whole let's not have anybody take fucking cover thing then. Considerably less comfortable. I'm gonna guess it's okay. It's probably a zombie. That's probably what it is a zombie is gonna activate. None of the zombies that could potentially activate should be able to get to us anyway. It also might be when we reach the end of our turn, just end of a mission as well. That's the other potential outcome from the whole unexpected zombiness. So let's bring you up here. We'll just put everybody in a nice little diamond phalanx formation on Overwatch. So if it is a zombie, we have a pretty good chance of shotgunning it on its way in. Ellen, why don't you just stay your weapon?
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, okay. So I was actually expecting that. Save 10 out of 8, which is ranked as acceptable. I'm going to call it pretty good, Operation Fallen Engine. Not really going to matter, because we dropped the fucking tranny on this baby anyway. As soon as the aliens launched the mission, we lost Mexico. It hardly matters. We're just driving down the highway, fucking throwing sparks. That's all we're doing. Be like, I get a lot of metal on metal noises. You sure the engine's okay, Rick? And he's like, it's fine. It's fucking little spark accidents. It's not a big deal. Be fine.
Mop the floor with them.
Yeah, well, don't feel too good about it, Bradford, because we're gonna have to go mop the floor in an alien base again, thanks to the aliens' activities. I'm real salty about that. Still, pretty solid mission. Joseph Lister picking up, Bombard is actually kind of intriguing. That's not a terrible pickup for a smoke grenade delivery system. It's really not. Sprinter, though, is also very good. Lock and load is fantastic, though. It really is. 1 extra bullet in a chamber. You can reload without dumping your turn. I really like lock and load. Bombard, though, is really good. Sprinter is also really good, but the thing is, Joseph Lister already has a pretty damn fantastic foot speed. And since he is going to be psychically powered, lock and load would allow him to reload and then throw a psychic power too. I kind of like that. I think we're going to go lock and load. And he was our only promotion, right? Yep, absolutely. 2 Cyberdisc Rex, 8 Chrysalids, some drones, Illyrium alien alloys, 2 meld. And yeah, panic is increased in Mexico, and panic increased across all the entirety of North America, because of course it did. And there we go. The United States, wow, they're actually both not maxed. I'm shocked. I mean, we're still fucked. They're both going to withdraw from the project. We're still completely and totally boned. But that was one of our better Terra missions. I'm surprised that this did not fill up. It's supposed to be 1 full bubble of panic, regardless of how well you do. Maybe that's something they changed in Build 13F. Maybe if you do a really good job, you don't just get the full bubble. What I'd rather not have is like 8 Terra missions in a row in Mexico. That's what I'd really not have. And honestly, we're probably still going to lose both of those when we complete our council report anyway, which is in 2 days. So In light of that and our upcoming reprimand from the council, nice little hand slap, although Optimus Prime will be stoked because it'll give him an excuse to touch me. If he's obligated as a part of his position to touch me, it does get around the terms of the restraining order about him not touching his employees, so he'll really be looking forward to slapping my hand. But with that coming up for Optimus Prime and him about to have a good day, I'm going to wrap things up. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Of course, your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more XCOM, consider subscribing as well. Optimus Prime will touch you too if you do. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.